Hey Planet Poke people, it's me, Diogen Z, and it's time for Pokemon of the Week. This week I am going to keep it strictly informational. I'm quite busy packing to move out to Colorado for college, so I don't have time to do the recording or captures for the little video that usually goes in the corner. As such though, I have made it a bit more informational. I am not giving you one but two but multiple sets. It depends on the Pokemon we're talking about on that week. I'm going to be giving you multiple sets for these videos. This way it's not so rigid and it gives you something to work with too. So if you want to use whatever that Pokemon is, but maybe not as a physical attacker, then we're going to have some alternate sets here. But this week we are talking about Seismitoad. This supersized toad that looks like some sort of lake monster has some pretty cool abilities. Poison Touch is good if you're anticipating your opponent to use a lot of physical moves, so it would be good to switch out when you see something coming like a fighting type move, since Seismitoad's only weakness is grass. That's really all you have to worry about here, and they could possibly be poisoned. What I like personally more is the water absorb ability that you can find in Dream World, and yes, unlike Superior that I did in past weeks, this one is currently available to everyone. It lends your physical attacking Toad some extra power in health whenever there's a water move used. And now in the metagame you often see Scald being thrown about, so if you can predict and anticipate when that move is coming, say maybe you do a setup like a fire Pokemon beforehand, then you can send out Seismitoad and completely waste his water turn attack. Now, the best way of course to use Seismitoad in the manner of water absorb is by surprise. Don't let your opponent see Seismitoad, because they will know then that there is a possibility that you have a bit of a water wall on your side. So you can also regain health in this manner if they tend to forget that, oh, maybe I'll launch that water attack move. Oh wait, didn't kill your Seismitoad, and you could be replenished. So that's also another great thing about water absorb, but that cancels out two types that you could switch in with Seismitoad thanks to its ability and just natural type duality of water ground. It gets health from water types and it cancels out electric types. Pretty freaking awesome. Now, when we move into the effort values, I've got altered EVs for this, which I'll show you soon, but from this you can see that I'm mainly focusing on the water absorb ability, where you want to replenish your health as much as possible. Since it has a base stat of 105 health, it can boost its health maximum into the 400 range, so that's pretty good. I mean, I believe Chansey, if not Blissey, can definitely get into 400 range. But there's nothing much besides the moveset, which I'll show you soon, that can replenish Seismitoad's health. But if you want to have more of a wall, but physical attacking wall, you'll definitely want to include Drain Punch. With a 75 physical base power, it's a good move to boost with your adamant nature and maxed out attack EVs. The minor 6 EVs on special defense is just the remainder after we deduct all of the 510 from the maxed out HP and attack. I just put that on special defense since really the only weakness you have to worry about is grass, and oftentimes grass ball or grass knot, both special attacking moves, will come at you, so you'd want your special defense to be tiny bit boosted if you could. Now, besides Drain Punch, which is great with the physical base power and boost, it's good because it takes health from your opponent as well. So you'll come out onto the field, maybe you won't get any health boost from that water type move because Seismitoad was a surprise attack, or a surprise switch rather, and it had full health already. Well, even if your opponent does tend to whittle down some of its 400 something health, then it can regain it back with a powerful Drain Punch. And Drain Punch, being a fighting type move, gives you a good range of super effectiveness with the various types. Rock Slide is great to take out flying types. good to hit fire types, because as you'll notice on the physical set of Seismitoad, there's no physical water move that I found fit for being powerful enough and working well enough within the status moves to lend some usability to this Toad. What's really nice about many of these moves that I have on here besides strength is that they also have their side effects. Drain Punch lets you get some health from your opponent. Rock Slide has the chance of making your opponent flinch. Poison Jab, which makes up for the Poison Touch, which is just a possibility only if you're hit with a physical move, and if you're only hit with a special attack move, then what's the point? Poison Jab is an offensive poison type move with 80 power, stronger than any of the Drain Punch and Rock Slide that we mentioned before, and can possibly poison your foe. So you have poison power on the Toad. Water absorption, it's a massive attacking wall, at least in the hit points range. Since you didn't invest anything in defense, well, we'll get to the next set later. But something I want to mention, as you can see, strength is the last one. Same base power, just a normal type move as Poison Jab, and no side effects. But I just wanted to point out that Black 2 and White 2 are out in Japan, and they will be out, I suppose, next year here, everywhere else in the world, hopefully in America too. But Black 2 and White 2 have some move tutor moves that I found useful for adding some more type advantages to Seismitoad, like Bounce, which is a flying type move that has you jump up in the air, so it's kind of like learning Fly, but since this is a water ground type Pokemon, it's kind of rare in a way that it has any type of flying move, so that would be perfect to counteract any of your opponents that have, say, a grass type that is looking to take you out. Maybe it's a Venusaur, so it's lumbering and slow, so you could get the speed advantage on it, but that's not this set. I have a speedier set of Seismitoad coming up for you soon. And Ice Punch is a powerful, one of the base 75 punches elemental moves that you can get, and that too takes out flying and also grass if you don't want to stall with bouncing up into the air. Because if you reveal to your opponent you can bounce, they're going to switch out their Pokemon before you land. So Ice Punch is more to the point, but also Poison Jab is good for that too. Before we leave the physical attacking possible wall type Seismitoad, I just want to show you this altered range of effort values. 90 on HP, same maximization 252 on the attack, 84 for defense, and 84 for special defense. This gives this Seismitoad more of a balanced defensive type set and gives it some more staying power, so you still have a heightened health point range, might not get up into the 400s like when we maxed it out in the past EV set, but you still have the Drain Punch ability, or not ability, Drain Punch attack, and Water Absorb ability rather, where these two things can assist in regaining the lost hit points that you did not have in the added 252 effort value set from before. And plus, you'll be able to resist a lot more of the attacks with your special defense and defense being raised 21 points up. So that's just something to consider for set 1. The second set that I want to showcase today for Seismitoad is the Swift Swimming, Modest Nature, Special Sweeping Seismitoad set. This one consists of having special attack maximized with 252 EVs, speed being maxed out at 252, and the rest of the EVs just being thrown onto HP. I like the modest-natured special attacking Seismitoad a lot more than the physical, simply because of the moveset. As you can see, there's a lot more to work with here, and stronger moves too. The nice thing and the versatile thing about Seismitoad is thanks to its 85 even special attack and attack, and also the defense are balanced too with 75. The speed is not awful with 74, but what makes this the swift swimming, fast hitting special attacking Seismitoad is its swift swim ability, which is just a natural born, naturally found in the wild of Timpoles and Palpitoads. What this ability does is allows your Seismitoad to be swifter, be more speedy, have its speed raised, I believe, 2 stages, when heavy rain is enacted. So if you had this on a set with another teammate being a supporter, that would have the ability Drizzle, so that rain would be naturally started when it came onto the battlefield, and then maybe even if you didn't want to have Quick Claw, I have Quick Claw just as a backup measure so that it's assured to hit almost every time first. But you can add the Damp Stone, the Damp Rock item onto this Seismitoad in order to make the rain dance last longer so its speed boost keeps up, because it only has the speed when the rain is enabled. With this Swift Special Sweeper, the moves that you'll want to add to it, finally you can have a water type stab move, that wonderful Scald that will just be like a steam bath for Seismitoad, not very effective. Well, actually, it will be normally effective now that I think of it because of the duality ground-water, and if you do have Swift Swim ability, you won't be able to cancel out that water-type move. So that's something to consider. If you don't want to have Rain Dance, you can still cut out water-type moves by switching with that ability enabled. Hyper Voice is a 90 special attack power, so that is a good thing. It's got significant damage, but it's normal type. The nice thing about Scald, not only is it water type, but we have the possibility of burning our opponent, which leads me to my next nefarious status changing move of Sludge Bomb. Even stronger than Poison Jab, this 90 special attack move is an explosive, sludgy explosion in your opponent's face that can poison them. And finally, Focus Blast. Focus Blast has kind of a risky chance of missing. It's got 70 accuracy last I checked, and it is a 120 special attack fighting move. But if you can launch it, whew, is it massive. Because of its low accuracy, maybe what you'd want to include instead of Quick Claw is the wide lens or the scope lens. I'm not sure which one increases the accuracy of moves, but whichever one it is, put that onto Seismitoad, and there will be a better chance that Focus Blast hits. Additional moves that you might want to look at: Surf, because it's stronger than Scald just by 10 points, but again, Scald has the chance of burning your opponent, which is beastly. An Earth Power move, which is obviously a ground type. It's a stab for Seismitoad, so along with Scald, you've got 2 stab moves. You might want to replace Hyper Voice with that because it also has 90 base attack, special attack power rather. And Grass Knot. Grass Knot is dependent on weight. That is a special attack, and it's the attack I warned you about earlier that could easily take down a Seismitoad because it is pretty plump, and you do not want to be hit by that move. Avoid it if you can, and if you want to include it on Seismitoad, use it to your advantage, but only on the heavier opponents, not the light Magikarps. Magikarp might be able to live a Grass Knot. No, I highly doubt it. But what I don't highly doubt is I am done with the Pokemon of the week, this week being Seismitoad. Let me know what you think of the new format. It is mainly because I just simply do not have time, as I am transitioning all the way out west to Colorado from Jersey. I am literally hopping in a wagon and taking the long road there. No, not really, but it is a lot of preparation time, so this is the quickest, most informative way that I can still do these videos, but I need your input. As you can see, just within 12 episodes, the series has changed intensely. So thank you everybody for commenting along. If you want to get even more interactive in the series, you can post a video response to this video with what next week's Pokemon is going to be. And you will be able to tell pretty soon when I shut up and you get to see the blurred out Pokemon. Okay, check it out. Record if you can for it, and you will get a shout out in next week's Pokemon of the Week.